Okay. Hey. Um, so, as you can see, what we're going to be making, I guess it's that way. Sorry. Um, well, before I get into this, I just want to say, this isn't a message to anybody specific. It's just, if you're American, shut up. You know? Like I'm saying, if you feel like you can't do something just because someone does not like you, get over it. It's America, land of equal opportunity. Just a message. Anyways, so here's what we're gonna be making. Right, this right here. Pretty simple. Basically, just a bunch of colorful circles getting bigger. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. Void setup, like always. This is just where we're going to be putting our size of the canvas on our background. We're going to say the size of the canvas is going to be 640 by 640. I want it to be, same all around. And then we're going to go ahead and put the background in here too and say that the background is black. Didn't mean to put so much emphasis on that black, but, whatever. So we're going to have void draw, and this is where we're going to be doing most of the circle stuff, the activities with said ellipse. And let's just go ahead and put that ellipse in. And we're going to say that it's like 50-50, 25-25, right? Oh, forgot a fucking goddamn comma. Alright. So, let's go ahead and run this. Oop. Once again, can't spell. Always running into this fucking issue. Bam! There you go. You have your... Jesus. You have your random circle generated. Bam! So now let's talk about color. You can do random colors. So we're going to say fill right above the object that we want to fill. We're going to say random 255, and it's RGB. So in the first part, it's going to be red, green, blue. Random 255 means a random green anywhere between 1 and 255. 255 is the max. 255, 255, 255 is like all the colors heightened. So then we're going to say random greens 255. And we're going to say random blues, 255, right? And so, let's see how that works out. Oop. Oh, missing a parenthesis. My bad, children. Alright. And bam! So now, what it appears to seem like is that the circle is just changing colors. That is not the case. What you're actually seeing is a bunch of circles being placed on top of each other, but they're all just different colors, and it just looks like a strobing light of one circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to be having a random location for this circle, and so what we're going to do is we're going to be creating a variable. We're going to say circle X and circle Y, right? Because that 50-50 that I just erased, that is the X and Y location of the center of the circle. So now we're saying that the location is circle X and circle Y, which is a variable. And we're going to say circle X equals random width, right? We're going to say that because width is along the x-axis, right? So it's just a random width, and then circle Y is just a random, circle-y, whatever, is a random height, right? So, yeah. So the 50s that I had here, those are the x and y's of the center of the circle, and the 25-25, that's basically the size, the width, and the height of the actual circle itself. So we're saying it's a random width and a random height of these two variables, so it should be moving in different places. So now let's go ahead and run this. But oh wait, circle X and circle Y are not defined. right? These are variables, and I must define them because this is not something that's in processing. The processing doesn't know what circle X and circle Y was. That was something that I just created. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create the variables by saying, now there's two different types of numbered variables. You have floats and you have integers. Floats are basically numbers that can be, I don't know if they can be radicals, but they can be numbers like any number, negative. They can be decimals, just any number. Integers have to be whole numbers. I'm sure you're familiar with that. So we're going to make these floats, even though it really doesn't matter. We're going to say circle X is equal to 50, right? And we're going to say circle Y is equal to 180. It really doesn't matter because we're making them random regardless. But just as long as we state what circle X and circle Y are, it'll then go through and then it'll say these two actually equal random, right? Just as long as we state what the variables are. So let's go ahead and run that. Forgot an R. Okay. Okay, so obviously spelling lessons are in due time, right? Okay, so now here we go. You have these circles that are 25 by 25, the size, and they have different locations, right? And they're just anywhere, randomly, right? So now I want to take it a step further, and I want these circles to be growing, gradually as they keep going. So we're going to make some other variables. And just so you guys can understand, this is going to be the drawing shit, really. And then this right here is, in a sense, going to be the logic behind the actual craftsmanship. So we're going to, let me get back to these variables. We're going to have grow X and grow Y. Pretty simple. Now we must define these. So let's just go ahead and say grow X equals 25, and then grow Y equals 25 as well. And now that we have that, we can say under here, we're going to have grow, here, let me just space it out just so you can maybe see it a little bit better. Grow X is equal to grow X plus, I don't want it to be too big of a number, so I'm going to say 0.1, just so it gets bigger slower, And we're going to have grow Y equals grow Y plus 0.1, same thing. Basically, all this is saying is that grow X and grow Y equal 25, right? So it's 25, 25, same size we have here. But how this works is, let me just make this bigger real quick. How this works is that the way it reads it, it'll start from here and go down. And then once it hits draw, because void setup only happens once, and as long as you have the variables recognized, it'll just go to draw, and then it'll just keep running this from top to bottom, just over and over and over again. So it's going to go through, it's going to say, okay, here's the circle, I'm supposed to draw it. Here's the location, random location. Increase the size by 0.1. And let's go back to the top, draw these, and it's going to go ahead and say, okay, increase by 0.1, go back to the top, increase by 0.1. It's just going to keep going gradually and gradually and gradually until it gets too big to fit inside the screen. So let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Alright, so it looks like we are getting what I wanted, really. So yeah, that was it. This stuff is not that difficult. I don't want you guys to think that I'm doing this on the fly. These are things that I've created, and I'm just recreating them here to show you guys my progress. I'm not that good. If I was that good to be able to just fucking do it as I'm going through it, I'd be awesome. I'd probably have a job in this or something. But that's not the case. The case is that I am not always going to be able to be pumping out content it's very it takes up a lot of my time to try to learn this shit, and so a little bit of appreciation is nice, and the appreciation that I'm being shown is also cool. So thanks for watching. Don't like, don't subscribe. You know, doesn't really matter.